I, right at this moment, am the probably largest size that I've ever been, but my relationship with my body and with how I view myself is the healthiest that I have ever been. Hello everybody, it is Dingle here and welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing super duper well, and today guys, it's a stream day. Happy stream day. I feel like I open the vlogs with that like all the time, but then when I think about it, I post videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I really try my best to avoid like vlogging on the same day that I have to edit, that I have to post. So it's usually gonna be like a Tuesday or Thursday when I'm filming in order to upload, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays we stream on Twitch. Yep, Matt, that's how the days of the week work. I honestly cannot wait for today's stream. On Tuesday, we started Stardew Valley. We started over and it was so much fun. There really wasn't a lot of progress that I made the first time that I ever played Stardew. I think I like literally streamed it and it said that I had played it for only 3 hours on Steam. So that means that I streamed it once and never played it again, which I'm like, how? It's so good. If you guys love The Sims, but also like love Animal Crossing and like farming and like things like that, this is like the chillest Animal Crossing. Like I would argue to say that this is actually chiller than Animal Crossing. Literally just sitting there and watching someone like dig holes and then like plant seeds and then farm and then like go like forage around for, it's so good. So I literally cannot wait to play it. I wanted to play it all day yesterday, but I had so much work to do and I also kept procrastinating on my work and watching streams. So with that said, it is 11:52 and I just had breakfast. I would have filmed it, but I was so hungry. I woke up late today. My sleep schedule is just not good. Like we know this. Like I feel like I keep taking like one step forward and then like 2 steps back with the sleep schedule. I woke up at like 10:10 and then I had like 45 minutes worth of Chloe's to do. Chloe-ting, that's what I call them, just my Chloe workouts, which I feel great and I feel really good that I like made time for those even though I was like running behind in the morning. But now it just means that we really have to buckle down on work before the stream. I think I have to pump out like an entire video before I start the stream today, so we gotta get on that. But before we start getting ready for the stream and things like that together, I actually wanted to show you guys this recipe. I didn't mean to like plan this at all. It's just that every time I go to get breakfast and I'm like, darn it, I just forgot to make my overnight oats, and obviously the whole point of them is to sit overnight, so it's not like I can like whip them up right here and like have it be the same like consistency and stuff. So I thought together I would show you my absolute favorite overnight oats recipe. This is the base overnight oats and then it sits in the fridge overnight. That's the whole point. And then you take it out, you mix it up and stuff, and then you can like put whatever you want on it, like peanut butter or berries or banana, like you can put your toppings on it. It's just like the base. Think of it as oatmeal, but it's like overnight and it's cold and refreshing and delicious. So I wanted to show you guys that recipe right now. Grab yourself a glass or like a mason jar, whatever of your choice. Grab your phone to look on Pinterest. My Pinterest is always in the description below, by the way. If you go on there, you'll see like literally all of these recipes. I use Pinterest to store my recipes. So you need a 1/2 cup of oats. This is a 1/4 cup measurement, so I'm gonna do a couple of these. 1, 2. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. You need 1 cup of the milk of your choice. We like almond milk. This would be really good with oat milk, quite honestly. 2, 3, 4. We're gonna give this a mix. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup and 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. If you want to be like lower sugar than this, you can obviously omit literally any of these ingredients, but it just won't taste as good, FYI. And honestly, looking at the amounts compared to the other stuff in here, I'm totally okay with the pure maple syrup as well as the brown sugar in this. Mix it all together and you know you got the best of both worlds. I really have to stop saying that when I'm mixing things in videos. And then go ahead and grab a piece of saran wrap, something to cover it up. If you guys have a mason jar, even better, quite honestly. I should probably get lidded jars to make stuff like this because I do make this, I wanna say like probably around on average once to twice a week, but having jars that have tops on them is just probably a really great thing to have in the kitchen overall, you know? Saran wrap is literally the worst thing ever, but when it works out, awesome. And then you go ahead, plop her in the fridge and you have her sit for when you're ready for overnight oats in the morning. You can't see me. Hi, I'm here. Last stream, I did my makeup for the stream, which I haven't done in so freaking long. Like, I've literally just given up on trying to do makeup for the stream because the only time I wear makeup is when I would go to stream, and I just didn't want to do it. I lost a lot of motivation for it, but then I was like, you know what? Like, I really like doing my makeup and I feel really good when I do it and I catch myself like in the stream camera and stuff like that. It's not something that I'm gonna make like a regular thing, but I did really enjoy doing my makeup for the last stream that we had. So I think I'm gonna do my makeup for you guys, my stream makeup. Yeah, we can do like a little chit chat, get ready with me. A little life update, little chit chat. Don't know what we're gonna talk about yet. Anything could quite honestly spill out of my mouth during a chit chat, get ready with me, but I will see you guys then. Hello, my beautiful people. It has come time to start getting ready for the stream. So I thought we could do a little chit chat, get ready with me. I'm not gonna mention like every single product or like my technique that I'm using as far as like doing my makeup for the stream, but if you have questions on what I'm using, I'll just leave all of the products that I use linked down below. There's not really that many of them. I don't go crazy, but maybe we'll have some fun today. Who even knows? Makeup is kind of that thing that you do get like carried away with if you like aren't careful. I just thought I would talk about some stuff that has been on my mind and what's happening in my life. First off, this color is way too dark, but don't even fret, my friends. I got a very exciting DM last night. One of my absolute favorite small business online shops. The owner's name is Haley, goes by Types Haley or Haley Types on Instagram. And I first learned of her because she does YouTube graphics and like other digital downloads, and you can buy her creations like online. But I got a really exciting DM from her last night inviting me, who she knows like uses her digital downloads. Like, if you're ever wondering what or where I get my digital downloads that I'm popping up on screen right now, like that type of vibe, they're from this shop. And she DM'd me wondering if I would like to join her freaking affiliate program, which, like, what the heck? I already freaking love her stuff. I use it literally every day when I'm uploading my videos, and it's just like adds so much to like my YouTube videos. I've been using her ever since I found out who was doing the custom digital like downloads that Aspen Opard uses on her videos. And so to partner up with her on things that I already love and I'm already using, like, that's awesome. So how it works is you can use my code and it'll get you 10% off of your entire order. And the digital downloads, in my opinion, are already so reasonably priced for like what you get, and like they're just awesome. I love the vibe of them. I clearly use them every day, like, so I obviously love them so much. And she's coming out with new ones this Friday. I don't know what those are gonna be. She asked her followers on Instagram like what we would like to see if she were to add more to the digital download thing. So I'm hoping for a couple items on that list, but either way, I'm excited to see what she's coming out with tomorrow. But yeah, if you are interested in any of the digital downloads that I use or the new ones or anything else that you see on her shop and you want a little discount, use my code, which I don't know what it is yet, but if I know what it is by this video, I will be putting it up on screen. And it helps me out as well as helps you out. It's the best of both worlds. You get the best of both worlds. So that was freaking exciting. I was very honored. The next thing, my friends, we were out of coffee this morning, and that meant that we had to dive into like our iced coffee supply that we keep in the fridge. We always keep like some iced coffee on hand from the morning hot coffee that we have. Like, we overbrew in the morning so that we can have like a surplus in the fridge for our afternoon iced coffee, because hot coffee for me only belongs in the morning. Like, the only place for hot coffee for me is in the morning. I don't care if it's snowing buckets outside. I need my iced coffee in the afternoon, and hot coffee is only in the morning. It's such a New England thing. Like, there are TikToks made about it all the time. I don't know if you guys are that way or not, but it's definitely a joke about New Englanders that we just always have iced coffee no matter what time of the year it is. Yesterday, Dunkin' came out with the Charli remix, the Charli 2.0. And if you've been following for a while, you know that I do indeed get the Charli nearly every time I go to Dunkin'. I try not to get it like twice in one day because it has like the caramel sugar swirl or something like that. Let me use you guys for a second. But it is so good. It's the first time that I dove into flavor shots or some of their swirls. I just just like Dunkin' for the taste of their coffee. It's such like a cult classic. I really like it. But the Charli really opened my eyes, the original one, to like flavor shots and stuff, and I just haven't strayed from there, quite honestly. It's so good. But yesterday on the 24th, they came out with the Charli cold brew like remix, and it's the Charli cold brew with sweet cold foam on top. And honestly, I'm not a massive sweet cold foam person. Like, I'm not a die-hard sweet cold foam person like from Starbucks or anything. I wasn't necessarily the toughest critic going into this taste test, but I did taste it for the first time yesterday, and I'm gonna roll those clips right here. Hello friends, I'm not technically vlogging today, but I thought I would just insert this into the next vlog that we do. I'm in line at Dunkin' to get the new Charli cold foam. I hope they like have it up on like their signs and stuff when I get there, because I have actually like no idea what it is. But if you have the Dunkin' app, between today, which is the 24th, and I want to say, I honestly can't quite remember, but it's like a few days, you get 5 times the points if you order the new Charli drink. So the original one was the 3 pumps of caramel swirl and 3 whole milks, and I think it's that same one with like cold brew base, and I think it's that same one but just with their new cold foam on top. So cold foam is officially out at Dunkin', and people have actually said that it's pretty darn good. So, ooh, I have a free drink. I think this one is going to be free anyway. So, oh, it's called the Charli cold foam.
Can I help you?
Hi there, could I please do a medium Charli cold foam?
Sure. Anything else?
And a medium cold brew, please.
And a medium cold brew?
Yes, please.
What?
And that's it.
That's 48.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Y'all, it looks divine. I can't wait to try this. Oh my gosh. Okay, here is what it looks like close up and personal. The cold foam on top, and it just says a medium Charli cold foam cold brew, so I assume it's the same cold brew with the caramel swirl as well as the whole milk. Ooh, and it has cinnamon on top. That smells really good. Let's go ahead and just try the cold foam first. Ooh. Ooh, there's like, it's got like a sweet but like very subtle delicious flavor to it. Let's go ahead and get like a full-on sip. I would give this an overall 9 out of 10. Very, very delicious. I'm trying to get, oh, what is this? It's good, but like, I don't know. I feel like, the cold foam almost is taking a little bit of the Charli flavor, like the cinnamon swirl flavor, away from the drink for me. It's really good, but I might get the Charli cold foam minus the cold foam. I kind of like the original Charli better. I have conflicting feelings about it. I'll update you if my feelings change. Okay, so an update for you guys on the taste. I think I actually prefer, I'm gonna get another, okay. I will be getting another one today to give it another shot. It's not gross by any means, but I felt like the more I was sipping it, I felt like the cold foam was actually taking away from the delicious taste that I know and love from the Charli drink itself. I actually did not taste a lot of cinnamon swirl at all. But I'm gonna try it today. It wasn't bad by any means, but if I'm going to get the Charli, I actually would rather it without the cold foam. However, I look like a ghost. It'll be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. So cold foam, thumbs up, but I don't know if it has a place on the Charli. Just give it another shot, you know? Always staying open-minded here. Let's see, what else is on my mind? I kind of want to talk about this, and I want to give kind of like a warning if like the subjects of body image, that type of thing, are sensitive topics for you all. I'm just gonna give that warning right here because I kind of want to go into it just like a little bit because it's on my mind. I saw this video from my friend on her Instagram, my friend Tara. Her YouTube channel name is The Franco Fam. If you guys ever see her commenting, that's my friend Tara. She did a reel and it was so It resonated with me so well. Basically, she was trying on different pairs of pants that didn't fit her anymore and that she was like holding on in her wardrobe. But the message was basically saying that like all of our bodies change, and if we're like holding on to old clothes just because of like the idea that they might fit one day and everything, instead of like holding on to that idea, working on accepting like what our bodies are now and going to get new jeans that just make you feel a lot better. And I could not echo that sentiment enough. enough. I'm gonna be really open with you guys right now because I just feel like it. I have had, especially within 2020, like the end of 2019 and into 2020, I've had a really hard time, I wanna say, with my body image. And I am feeling like I am just coming out on like the other side of it and really learning to love and appreciate my body for what it is versus aiming for something and putting my happiness and acceptance of myself into that basket. Going way back to when I was younger, I was just genetically very thin. I was that kid that the doctors were really worried about my weight, and I had to like eat extra calories, and like my parents had to like make sure I was drinking whole milk versus skim milk and things like that just for the extra calories and making sure that I wasn't in such a deficit. And I was also a very active kid. So I think between my genetics, I did gymnastics 20 to 25 hours a week. Like I was in the gym all the time, and it's so intense on your body and it just requires a lot of you that I was always more athletic, and like weight or anything such as that never was a thing in my mind at all until I quit gymnastics. And I was in 8th grade or so when I quit gymnastics. I feel like I'm going overboard. Hold on. Honestly, the more the merrier for stream makeup because of all the lights and stuff. Anyway, I quit gymnastics. I was in 8th grade. So not only was it the first time that I wasn't consistently working out like 4 hours a day, also I was like, I think 13 to 14 years old. So my body was changing at the same time, and all of a sudden I was getting hips, I was growing in places that I've just like never experienced before, and I just had such a negative view on that because I've just never had that. I've always been very muscly, and like the first sight of any sort of thing that wasn't like pure muscle was really hard for my mind to comprehend. And I would say I've been struggling with that image like ever since. And that sounds really deep and like really hard, but please don't have pity for me. I'm just sharing what's on my heart right now. But because of like the intense physique and workouts and things that I grew up with within gymnastics, anything other than that was just like in my mind not healthy, and that is just not the mindset to have. But eventually I got used to my growing body. I wouldn't say I fully loved and accepted it. I just simply kind of got used to it as like the new norm. And then my body's kind of stopped growing at when I was a size 4. And I know that that just sounds like such a small size, but for me, who was always like a 0 or 00, like I remember being like, oh my gosh, I can't. Like I remember thinking like, I can't grow beyond a size 4. Like this is it. This is where my body is, and I'm just gonna be this. And so I was a size 4, like going into college. I dropped weight at a certain point because of a medication that I was on in college, and I remember thinking really positively about that, and that was just so wrong. It just shows how like I was so attached to thinking skinny was good and skinny was healthy. And I also have to say, I grew up in a time where the cool girls were like Paris Hilton and that girl Nikki from like The Simple Life, and just like Victoria's Secret fashion, like models and stuff like that. Like skinny was really cool. Whereas if you look at today, like more curvy, more healthy bodies, like that is what's really cool. And I'm just like really thankful for living in this time right now, because that ultimately is what really is helping me today. I'm not 100% obsessed with myself or like my body, or I don't like seek pure like self-love all the freaking time. But I do have to say, people being more open about how different types of bodies are beautiful, and to celebrate that and celebrate your differences versus comparing yourself to all of these other people has seriously so helped. But thinking back to what was cool and what was like the norm and accepted and all of that stuff when I was growing up, I can totally see why my mind was battling with myself when my body was like changing, or if I would go through a little bit of weight gain versus not. It was just not good. What else goes next? I've done all of, this is what happens when I talk whenever I do my makeup. I can't remember. Okay, let's do our eyebrows. So I would say the last time I was anywhere near what I would say like my lowest weight, I guess, would be was when I was very, very unhappy with my job situation back in 2018 into 2019. And when I look back at those photos, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I was really thin. And I remember thinking like kind of good about about it. Let me just reiterate this. It was not the fact that I felt good health-wise. It was that I liked what I saw in the mirror, and what I saw in the mirror was on the thinner side, so I associated that with good. If I happened to be a smaller size and also felt really good health-wise, that's one thing. I think feeling healthy because you feel healthy is great, but when you're putting all of your happiness and what you think is healthy into the way that you look, that's where I go wrong. That doesn't mean it's necessarily the same thing for everyone. I'm just sharing my personal experience. That's where I go wrong. What I've personally focused on recently was how I feel. I literally don't step on the scale anymore. I don't care about that number. It's how I personally feel inside, and like working out and eating good and feeling like I'm on just a really good healthy track mentally as well as physically, and that's when I feel the best. But it was changing that mindset to go from only thinking positively if I was a certain size versus thinking positively about myself because I felt good, if that makes absolutely any sense at all. So it was after I actually quit. Oh gosh, this is like a lot of detail to talk at the same time. It was actually when I quit my full-time job to, I wouldn't say pursue things that like I was passionate about. It was just that I was so burnt out that I knew I needed an absolute break. And when I did that, I look back at it as like happiness weight. I, right at this moment, am the probably largest size that I've ever been, but my relationship with my body and with how I view myself is the healthiest that I have ever been. And so I look back at that time and when I was like gaining a bunch of weight back as my happy weight, because I literally was so miserable during that time frame that I would forget to eat. I would feel too nauseous to eat. I was so anxious and so nauseous because of it all the time. But I also can't lie, even though I was very, very happy with where I was at in life, when I started gaining weight, it was kind of like the same mentality that I was describing before. I started looking in the mirror and like thinking very negatively upon how I was viewing myself and like what I saw in the mirror. But as time went on and quarantine went on, and also just me, I'm sure, like getting to an older age where my metabolism isn't as super crazy Tasmanian devil speed as it once was before, it's become apparent that I can't change my body as quickly as I could at some point in time. And I would say it's one, getting used to the new body that I do have, and just what workouts feel really good and what foods feel really good when I'm nourishing it and things like that. It's almost like I got used to that new body. Also with the things on social media and people who I look up to on social media just speaking out about how everyone's bodies are so beautiful and also showing the different angles. That's also a really great thing that I personally really like to be reminded of. Is obviously when people are posing on Instagram or posing for a try on haul or posing for different things, they know their angles. I know my angles. Like they know their angles, what makes them feel most confident in the clothes that they're trying on or in the like Instagram poses that they're posing for. But then I love when people show like the different angles that they have as well. I think that's so inspiring and just not showing perfection. Like there was this YouTube video, and this girl poses all the time in Instagram, but she showed like what her poses were when she's posing with clothes such as that versus what she actually sitting on the couch looked like in everyday life. And I thought that was just very inspiring. I feel really lucky to be living in an age where body positivity is such a thing, and I can confidently say that I feel so good not getting on the scale. I feel so good not paying attention to the size clothes that I'm wearing right now or the ones that fit comfortably for me, and I can't wait to honestly get rid of the jeans that have been in my wardrobe for so long, for like the past year or so. One, because I haven't worn them because of quarantine. I literally don't wear jeans anymore. But two, even just having them in my wardrobe, whenever I like open the drawer and I look at like the jeans that don't necessarily fit anymore, I don't feel necessarily the most positive about seeing them. So I don't know if there's a lesson within my rant that I was just going on about, but if there really is anything to take away from this, is you're beautiful no matter what size or no matter what this person looks like on your Instagram feed versus this person looks like on your Instagram feed. And if keeping clothes in your wardrobe that don't necessarily fit anymore doesn't bring you joy or doesn't necessarily invoke a lot of positive feelings, get rid of them. Get new jeans, get new clothes. It honestly feels so good. I got some new jeans the other month. I needed new jeans and like Urban Outfitters was having like a sale or something, and they fit my body so nicely, and I feel so good slipping into those jeans versus trying to squeeze myself into my old jeans. Because I feel so good slipping into these jeans, it just honestly goes to show like the size honestly doesn't matter. It's so minuscule. Like getting clothes that make you feel good is honestly so worth it. So again, I don't really know what main lesson there is, but get yourself some new clothes if you're feeling it. Maybe that's the main lesson. I don't know. I'm gonna focus and finish up this makeup, and I will see you guys in just a second. And here is the finished makeup look, my friends. I really like how it turned out. Just some pinks, some mauves to go with my pinky mauvey sweatshirt. I'm living for it, and as you can see, I went to pick myself up another Charli cold foam. I'm not gonna lie, I like it a lot more this time than I did yesterday. I don't know if it's just better made today, I'm not sure. I tried the cold foam independent of the drink first again, and it was really good. It was like sweeter than yesterday. I don't know, it was just really good, and I tasted a lot more of the cinnamon sugar on top. Yesterday it tasted more like cinnamon versus cinnamon sugar, so I don't know what that was about, but that's really freaking good. And then I can taste more of the Charli drink. So I don't know what was up with yesterday's drink, but this one is hitting a spot and it's so good. But guys, I am about to go live on Twitch, and I'm so freaking excited because it just literally happens to line up perfectly with the Sims 21st birthday stream that they were doing, and they released like 21 new free items in celebration of their birthday today, and I'm so excited. So I'm about to go play with those, and then we might switch over to Stardew because we could not stop talking about Stardew this morning in our Discord, and I am so excited. Like, you guys talking about it in Discord makes me want to play it. It makes me want to farm. It's so relaxing. Again, guys, if you ever want to come hang out with us, it's so fun. On Tuesdays and Thursdays we go live at twitch.tv/macdingle. I'd love to have you over there. But otherwise, friends, if you are new and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you do so down below because we upload videos here every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to use my code on the screen if it is available. This clip will be in here. If you want to download any digital downloads for yourself over on Haley's shop and get 10% off your entire purchase. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye.